if you wanna fuck me.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Evan. Tonight we're reacting to the new single Nettles off of the upcoming sophomore album, Willoughby Tucker, I'll Always Love You by ETHEL CAIN. I have never reacted to Ethel on the channel, but I did love her last album. I've loved just about every piece of work from her I've listened to so far, so I'm really excited to get into this and see what we have going. Oh, I love an instrumental from Ethel. Did I mention the song is 8 minutes long? I'm so excited. This is so nice. So far, it's definitely giving the same vibe as the last album, and I enjoyed that.
To grow up yesterday through the day till tomorrow, but when the plant blew up, a piece of shrapnel flew and slowed that part of you the doctors gave you until the end of the night, but not till daylight, not till daylight.
Damn.
Time passes slow in the flicker of the hospital light. I pray the race is worth the fight. I made a fool of myself down on Tennessee Street. It wasn't pretty like the movies. It was ugly like what they all did to me.
Damn.
And they did to me what I wouldn't do to anyone. You know that's for sure. Tell me all the time not to worry. Think of all the time I'll have with you when I won't wake up on my own. Wake up on my own. Held close all the time, knowing I'm half of you.
The storytelling is something that is never lost on Ethel. I'm living right now.
Lay me down where the trees
This is so good, guys.
When I won't wake up in my room, wake up in my room. Helpless all the time, knowing I'm half of you. Think of us inside after the wedding. Suffering the world to let it come true. When we won't wake up in our room, wake up in our room. Helpless all the time, knowing this was over. Think of us inside. Got demons on the top, but it makes no difference. We're bad
And then the rest of it's just outro. Ugh. And a fade out. The fact that this is self-written and self-produced, iconic, I fear. Alright, so before we go into genius with the lyrics, I did want to pull up here just for anybody that doesn't know what a nettle is. They're particularly called stinging nettles. It says they're known for their stinging hairs that can cause skin irritation upon contact. It does say, despite this, nettles are also valued for their nutritional and medicinal purposes and properties. And then these are some pictures. So they kind of have, they're like spiky leaves almost. So that's what they look like. I wanted to show that. And then if we pop over here to Genius, so a lot of this song, as we'll see right here, and then also as we go through the lyrics, has actually been co-signed by Ethel or Hayden, getting the stamp of approval pretty much. So the Genius annotation about says, Nettles is a song by Ethel Cain, originally posted as a demo to her Tumblr and SoundCloud accounts on August 18th, 2021. She confirmed its appearance on the then EP in March of 2022 via Tumblr. She also said that the demo version that she posted only contained the first verse and the chorus. After a while of radio silence regarding the song, it was thought to be scrapped, though in the summer of 2023 she posted lyrics from it to her Tumblr. It wasn't pretty like the movies. She posted a drawing depicting Willoughby and Ethel, which included them sitting beside various nettle plants. Here's a zoomed in picture. So it shows obviously Ethel and Willoughby, and then it says "You were kind, dying," and it shows them surrounded by these. It says to the right of them, so it'd be like these right here are the nettles. And one thing that I will note is I have looked through some of this just to get some basic idea of the depth to what she is talking about. Some of these, like this is just these first two lines. There are paragraphs, but all of these yellow means that Hayden themselves has went through and actually verified this information. We were in a race to grow up, yesterday through today till tomorrow. So this song does a lot of talking about Ethel's character and Willoughby's character, and we learn a lot about them and what they went through. This song does take place before the events of Preacher's Daughter album. So this is a precursor to everything that did happen during Preacher's Daughter. So one thing we learned about these two is that they both had to go through the race of growing up early and having to go through pretty much traumatic experiences. And then this annotation does also mention some of the ways, which I feel like it's pretty basic, but I wanted to mention it. It says both is talking about adult behaviors. It's both harmless ones like drinking coffee or reading the newspaper, or potentially harmful ones like smoking, drinking alcohol, or driving under the age at younger ages in an effort to feel or be treated older. This is also the first time that we've learned that Ethel and Willoughby grew up together. They did not just meet later on in life as teenagers or young adults, which we did not know that before now. Going on with the rest of this verse, but then when the plant blew up, a piece of shrapnel flew and slowed that part of you. The doctors gave you until the end of the night, but not till daylight. Time passes slower in the flicker of the hospital light. I pray the race is worth the fight. This whole section is something that is happening in the mind of Ethel. Ethel is spending a lot of time thinking about the ways that they could potentially lose Willoughby. And then we go on to Made a Fool of Myself Down on Tennessee Street, which Ethel did co-sign here. Tennessee Street refers to East Tennessee Street in Tallahassee, Florida, which is actually where Hayden, the artist behind Ethel, was born. And then we go on to talk about it wasn't pretty like the movies. It was ugly like what they all did to me, and what they did to me I wouldn't do to anyone. Movies are a dream compared to what real life actually is, and what occurs in real life is nothing like the movies. Going on with the chorus here, tell me all the time not to worry, and think of all the time I'll have with you. This feels like possibly, number one, it feels like possibly a reference to a song off of her debut album, Preacher's Daughter. There's a song that has an outro that's kind of similar. And then when I won't wake up on my own, held close all the time, knowing I'm half of you. So when I hear I'm half of you, it makes me think about when people say like, oh, that's my better half, or like something along those lines. Lay me down where the trees bend low. Put me down where the greenery stings. In this verified annotation from Ethel, it just kind of talks about Nettles and Dust Bowl circling each other thematically. But it also goes on to talk about the way that Nettles as an organism, being soft or vulnerable, have evolved to outwardly have like the painful exterior as a way to like grow and survive, and like in an attempt to like self-protect. You do what you have to survive, and whether that means being kind of pointed and jagged on the outside, it is what it is. And then this one, to love me is to suffer me, and I believe it. And Hayden here says Ethel likens herself to the Nettles, believing that she too is difficult. For anyone to love her, they must be able to suffer her. And then we go into, you'll go fight a war, I'll go missing. I warned you, for me, it's not that hard. This specifically feels like ironic that we're in June, which is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, but it seems like we're talking about like the mental go fight a war, not a physical go fight a war. But it feels like he'll go fight a war in his head. She'll recognize that it's like he's kind of distant and not there. She'll go missing, as in like she'll pull out. She'll just kind of be like, okay, whatever, I'm done. And it'll kind of go up in flames almost. Next up, we get a pre-chorus. The picture on the wall you're scared of looks just like you. Now, it seems like this is referencing a picture of possibly Willoughby's dad. It mentions that this was kind of touched on in the Dust Bowl. a lot of people can relate to looking at a picture of their parent and saying like, oh shit, I turned into my mom or my dad. And Ethel goes on to say, I want to bleed. I want to hurt the way that boys do. Now this, in her annotation, she talks about the experience of pain when it comes to be like culturally coded as masculine, talking about being able to be perceived as emotional clarity and physical freedom, expressing distress through anger or violence. Such methods mirror the self-destructive actions Willoughby has done throughout the album, whereas women are frequently denied those outlets or punished for using them, particularly in the 20th century and earlier, due to the way that women were restrained and oppressed societally. Women less often were able to get out into the world and put themselves into situations where they could be physically injured, and were more often victimized by emotional injury instead. And then she goes on to say, maybe you're right. We should stop watching the news, because baby, I've never seen brown eyes look so blue. And Ethel's verified annotation says, the world outside weighs heavy on the two of them. Willoughby is stricken with the burden of knowing the life that awaits them post-graduation, while Ethel is more eager to shut it out and not acknowledge it in favor of their own fantasies. Going on to the next chorus here, we got exactly what happened in the first chorus and then added on to the end of it. Think of us inside after the wedding, suffering the while to lie a time or two, when we won't wake up on our own, held close all the time knowing this was all for you. So Ethel is, in her verified annotation, has said, Ethel looks to her young lover as a way out and escape from everything that her life that's led up to her finding him again. She imagines the day that they get married and have their own piece of paradise far from the rest of the world, where she'll finally feel safe, held close all the time knowing this was all for you. And her verified annotation says she hopes to draw close to Willoughby, feeling truly held for the first time in a way that'll make everything that came before him worth it, and knowing it was leading straight to him. The post-chorus, think of us inside, gardenias on the tile, where it makes no difference who held back from who. On this, Hayden said gardenias are her mother's favorite flower. She envisions them at home, newlyweds, surrounded by the imagery that invokes the stories of when her parents first fell in love. She imagines having that kind of love where emotional unavailabilities and insecurities are a thing of the past. They are simply in love, and that's all that will matter. We get an instrumental break in the outro, which I heard it, but Apple Music didn't have the lyrics, so I didn't know what she said. To love me is to suffer me. But guys, that is absolutely haunting and beautiful, and I'm so excited to get the rest of the album. Like I said, this was track 4 out of 10, and it comes out August 8th. I'm so excited. I will be sat ready to listen with y'all, and until then, we'll just keep an eye and see what else we might get. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys thought of this song and my reaction down in the comment section below. If you guys wouldn't mind to go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and also hit the share button and share this video with a friend. It would really mean a lot to me. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to check out the description. I have the link to my link tree where you can find all my socials and keep up with me in between videos. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys very, very soon for more pop culture and pop music reactions.
Song downloaded.